Beermaster. Today we have a 2008 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4.7. I'm going to show you how to change the oil pan. There are complications. So Ron's going to explain what the complications were. You could not get the oil pan down after all the bolts were removed.
Yeah, you'd expect it would just drop, but the gasket, when it's on there too long, and sometimes just from heat, almost welded itself to the oil pan. So we found out through trial and error there that this is a double wall oil pan, and the gasket would be the third one up that you want to get between with anything you can and separate it.
So you can see one wall there, second wall, and you want to get in between there. And how did you separate that since it was like almost welded like from the heat?
With a chisel and a hammer and just patience.
Patience, and worked it all the way around to drop it. So there's this inner pan in there which does get bolted up to the engine, and it stays in there and it wants to stay in there, so it's glued to this panel, the pan, and it doesn't want to separate. So like he said, he cut it, chiseled it around all the way till he got it off. But you got to do it so you don't bend the pan. If you bend the pan, you have to flatten it out and smoothen it like he did. But if not, you have to buy a new pan. And also, some guys or mechanics will cut a hole in this pan to get to these bolts that go through here to drop it down. And you ruin the pan when you do that. So, but if you take your time and chisel it out nice and slow, it's very difficult, you will get this pan off.
By the way, it's a dealer item only.
It's generally a dealer item only for this 4.7 model. We haven't been able to find an aftermarket readily available, so you want to be careful. It's about $120 maybe, roughly. So this panel mounts to the engine block through some bolts, and since it seizes on with the glue, it doesn't just drop down, because this pan doesn't want to drop down. So either ruin the pan and then you can undo the bolts, which sometimes seize in there, or take your time and chisel it between this panel and that panel, and you will get it out. Took him about an hour, but he got it out. Joe Beermaster, thanks for watching. I hope this helps somebody. Take care and share with a friend. So what size bolts are holding that pan up?
13.
And then the oil screen neck runs through there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the feeder tube. My glasses are getting fogged.
So when you change the pan, you should change that inner pan too?
What, this?
Yeah.
That's the gasket.
They consider that the gasket, part of the gasket. That's really strange.
Because it covers the crankcase, and it has like channels that channel the oil. If I could see, that would be great. That is really hard to get into.
All right.